Hello everyone, and welcome to another game of World of Warships. Today's replay is from Rook, and he's in the Halland, at tier 10 Pan-European Destroyer. He's on a blend of fire in a 4-point domination game. It's a pure tier 10 battle, there is no carrier, and there is only one raider, and one friendly cruiser has already been destroyed. That's a shame. So Rook here has ventured here to the left side. The friendlies do control the A cap, and well, I mean, currently it seems like a pretty equal fight here. The enemy has, what, like 5 ships, the friendlies have like 4 ships, so, you know, it's close enough. So there are some torpedoes going towards the... Oh, is he going to hit the Kleber? Is the Kleber pushed? No. Well, okay. That would have been hilarious if the Republic pushed the Kleber in those torps, but I guess I was there mistaken. So... Meanwhile, on the other side, there seems to be, like most ships on both teams' sides seem to be on the other flank, and nobody is actually trying to take the decap.
Much obliged.
Meanwhile, Rook is gonna go and launch some more torpedoes. Now he's in a very nice position here because he's basically on the flank of those enemies, and if those battleships push in, they are going to be very juicy torpedo targets. There is also a shimmer down here on the other side, so meaning that technically the friendlies can cross-torp. And we've just lost the Thunderer. That's a shame. Now there is an enemy shimmer castle potentially, they were pretty close, so that could get spicy. The friendly Des Moines is not really in a position where he can do much, I'm afraid, but considering how few friendly ships there are here now, this Des Moines should probably be thinking about retreating anywhere. Or like, if he can find an island that he can shoot with, because Rook will continue to provide spotting. Now there are some more torpedo hits, and like, I mean, there's Halland's torps that don't hit that hard, but they are going to add up. Now the Republic has decided to push into the A cap. The Des Moines, meanwhile, is now trying to retreat. Of course, in open water, Des Moines doesn't usually survive that long against battleships. So we'll see how that works. Shimmer is still kicking there. And, well, Rook has another salvo of torpedoes against the Republic. Now he's going here for the wider spread because it's uncertain if the Republic will go in a straight line there. And I mean, the thing is, right, the big spread of the Halland is like the small spread of another destroyer. So both spreads are pretty viable in the Halland. And yep, that's quite a few torps, and there is a torpedo armament expert that's gotten activated. So that makes his torpedoes reload even faster, so he can continue to farm some battleships. Now this Republic is not quite dead yet, but yeah, okay, he is.
Enemy battleship destroyed.
Okay. Well, what's next? The friendlies, meanwhile, have taken control of the decap, so that's good news. And, well, Rook will just continue what he's done so far. He'll stay here and torpedo some more. Now, we've lost the friendly shimmer. That's a shame. Not entirely unexpected, I'm afraid. I feel like that shimmer was playing with fire down there. Now, the problem with Halland, of course, is that the Halland isn't the fastest destroyer and it doesn't have a smokescreen, which means that Rook cannot really go and do much in terms of spot the enemy destroyers. I mean, he could spot the Kleber, but then what? There's nobody here to shoot it. He could spot the shimmer, and while he'd do well in a gunfight with a shimmer, the enemy has a lot of help. And the shimmer has a smoke and outspots him, so the only thing he really can do is try to be in a position where he can easily retreat. So he's reversing towards the cap. That takes quite a bit of time. But if he were to go nose in there, right, and then he runs into the shimmer, he's screwed, because it takes some time to turn around. He has no way to disappear, and the enemy's bigger ships would just farm him. So he's playing this really, very careful. Overall, the friendly team is 1 ship behind. But you know, equal on cap so far, so there isn't really a a problem yet. So once more torps are on the way. Now the torps could hit whatever's in the smoke and they could hit the Montana. Then again, there's probably no reason for the Shimmer to still be in there. RPF is somewhat... No, RPF just switched.
Torpedoes astern.
Yeah, it looks like the Shimmer is on the move.
To port.
Rook has almost made it back into this cap. He's kind of the only ship remaining on this flank. The Des Moines is still in retreat there. Oh, RPF is... Well, I guess it's now pointing at the Montana. And... Well, there's a torp hit. Oh.
You destroyed an enemy battleship.
Well, there was a Montana. Now he's decided to try to help shoot the Shimmer. The Shimmer is very low. With the Montana dealt with, the only thing remaining here is a Napoli. Not that the Napoli isn't dangerous, but the enemy firepower here has been severely reduced. The Kleber might be too far away to do much. And if they could sink the Shimmer here, it would be very helpful. Unfortunately though, the Shimmer has escaped. It's a shame that the Napoli got a shell in, but it's okay. Like, there's nobody going to interrupt him from camping again, I believe. The enemies are too far away. So yeah, overall this is now looking pretty decent. The friendlies are... Well, okay, they're equal ships again. But they are doing well on points, right? Now, the Shimmer is too low to challenge him here. The Kleber... Not sure if the Kleber is gonna try. I assume the enemies are just gonna push C. Which leaves Rook with two decisions. He could either go try to defend C, or he could go towards B. I mean, defending C, right? The Shimmer is pretty low. I'm not sure how healthy the Kleber currently is. But the Napoli is also there. And unless he torps the Napoli, you know, it's gonna be a major issue. Now there is a Halland up there in the north. I presume the Halland might also be going towards C, right? And the friendlies on the right flank are currently doing a very successful push, it looks like. So that might be good news. If the friendlies win this right-hand flank, then it's going to look very good. Now, RPF is pointing towards that Halland still, right? So, he is very healthy, not sure how healthy that Halland is. So, I think Rook at this point is just trying to intercept that. I mean, you know, if you're basically almost full health with a heal, and it's sort of a fair fight, Halland between Halland, this shouldn't go too wrong. Oh, I guess he decided to not engage the Halland and instead go help at the sea cap, or...
Our team has taken the lead.
Now, some troops towards the Halland, I presume the Halland is also locating him, so they are definitely looking at each other in a sort of way. So, at the sea cap, the Shimmer has been dealt with. There is now a Napoli and a Kleber. What he cannot certainly do is spot the Napoli, although I'm not sure if anyone has shots at that. And oh, there is the Halland. Yeah, okay, that's not a very healthy Halland, so... The biggest issue, of course, would potentially be the Napoli and the Kleber adding into this gunfight. And of course, there is always the chance of torpedoes being involved. The downsides of Hallands is, one of the downsides is that you have to show quite a bit of broadside to use all of your guns. Which means you can't really go nose in against the enemy destroyer. Which makes dodging torpedoes harder, but you know, nice dodge there.
Engine boost deactivated.
And that's one Halland there.
Problem solved, sir.
Now it's 5 against 3, the friendlies do have quite a bit of points lead, so he can now either go towards B or he can go towards C, right? But he's lost a lot of his hit points, which means going towards C is now less of a viable option than it used to be before. When he was at full health, you know, challenging what's at the C camp seemed like a much safer option. Now with those health, the best he can do is just, you know, grab the B cap and ride this home on point. Then again, you know, it should. Well, I say it should. I mean, 5 against 2 are pretty good odds. But this is World of Warships, and there might be some low health ships around. But while he is just sailing towards the B cap, let's unlock this. And I agree with that, right? At this point, just grab the B cap, have a beer, and celebrate victory.
I need intelligence data.
Now, oh, there is the Kleber. It looks like we are treated to some more action here in the end. But, I mean, there is also a friendly Marceau helping, which means, you know, that enemy Kleber is pretty toast. Okay.
Enemy destroyer sunk.
So, well, that's one less enemy. And now, we can get back to just winning. Of course, that means they probably aren't going to capture this cap before it's over. Which would give some slightly more experience, but who cares?
Ends in 5 minutes.
Brings us to the results. So well done, Rook. He earned himself 2,193 base experience. And not quite a Kraken, but almost. And it looks like the Montana had a pretty great game there as well. So, yeah. He didn't get any achievements, but hey, they don't give flags anymore anyway. Still almost got the Kraken and got 150,000 points of damage about. So yeah, nicely done. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it, and I'll see you guys next time.